Hey everyone, Pupsker here. Today we're gonna be going over Protea. She's a pretty fun Warframe and honestly one of the best Warframes for movement animations. As you can see, the dodge animations are just pretty sick, okay? So we're gonna go over her, look over her abilities, and just generally see how she plays out. I'll show you my build and take her into a quick Steel Path mission. If you didn't know, Protea can be farmed through Granum Voids, pretty much tier 1, 2, and 3. I have a full farming video up about her if you care to check that out, but it's kind of a long process, and I know a lot of people tend to and prefer buying her with platinum these days because they very much dislike the Granum Void farm. So let me know if you personally just buy her with platinum or if you actually farm the Granum Voids. I think I actually ended up buying her with platinum since I had platinum at the time. I spent 5 hours trying to farm the last piece, I think, and then just gave up. So yeah, I'm a dirty quitter, but you know, it is what it is. If we look at her abilities quickly, we'll see her passive is every 4th power cast is granted 100% ability strength. So all in all, just a good passive. You're gonna just, you know, use abilities no matter what, and they're gonna be hella strong every 4th cast, so can't complain. Her first ability is really good. Tap to throw Shrapnel Vortex creates a slashing, staggering swirl of shrapnel, and you hold it to create shield satellites. Protea reconfigures grenades to work as an overcharging shield generators, protecting her and her allies and companions, etc. When shields break, a satellite is destroyed to extend the period of invulnerability. So it does slash damage as the Shrapnel Vortex, that's really strong and useful, and it applies a lot of shield and gives shield per second, and you know, overshield, right? When you use it as the shield satellites. So her first ability, very useful, very good in every situation. Second ability, Blaze Artillery, my personal favorite auto turret. Deploys an artillery unit to blast plasma charges at enemies it faces. Each enemy hit increases the power of subsequent plasma attacks. So, as you can see, plus damage per hit, 100% damage, duration, and everything just gets stronger. So this cannon, if you have a lot of duration on it, can stack a lot of damage. Personally, love it, would recommend. Dispensary. Deploy a device that generates 3 pickups after a short delay. Empowered Health Orb, Universal Ammo Pack, and Energy Orb. And it's really good, especially if you have a lot of duration. Again, duration on Protea is kind of great. Her final ability, which is stupid fun and broken too, Temporal Anchor. Drops a temporal anchor which, after a short duration, Protea rewinds to triggering a temporal implosion. Implosion damage increases based on damage dealt between anchor drop and rewind. Everything lost or expended in that time is returned. Dying while anchor is active rewinds Protea to the anchor, saving her. Protea is knocked down and the anchor vanishes. So yeah, explosive time travel. 10 out of 10 would recommend. So, if you like the video so far, remember to subscribe, check out some of my stuff, and you can use my Epic Games creator code Pupsker on the Epic Game Store if you want to at all financially support the channel, as a lot of things give like 5-10% revenue share kickback, and yeah, thank you all so much. So this is my current build for Protea. Obviously you don't need Umbral mods, but I have the capacity for now to support the Umbral mods. I just have these on for general tankiness, even though Protea kind of gets slapped around. So primed continuity for increased duration. I'll eventually max that. Stretch because you need the extra range when you have narrow-minded on. Because again, more duration's great, but you need enough range so your cannons can actually shoot, so your grenades can actually do damage, so everything is actually doing damage in a good enough area. So I could possibly take off narrow-minded and replace that with more range, but no, I like having a lot of duration. You can always do what you want. I myself throw on just a mixture of some efficiency, so it's easier to spam some abilities, Strength because I want to do more damage if possible, and it'll help building on the Blaze Artillery, and because Grenade Fan slash damage is strong. Duration because I want everything to last as long as possible. Oh yeah, keep in mind, you can throw out a ton of grenades, but you can only have 3 Blaze Artillery shooting at a time, okay? Once you try to spawn a 4th one, once it fully spawns up, the first one will go away because you can only have 3 up at a time. So keep that in mind. It doesn't say it anywhere because Warframe hates us and likes us to experiment and find things out like that ourselves, but 3 Blaze Artillery. I'll show that later as well. And Energize and Grace because why not? It's the only real arcanes I have. Prime Flow because you do want more energy because when you have a lot of duration, you need a high energy pool. So you actually do need Prime Flow, in my opinion, and you would need some sort of efficiency, in my opinion. So this is my full build, Corrosive Projection, just for, you know, armor reduction and because it matches. All in all, decent enough build, not like stupidly OP, but let's go take it to Steel Path to test it out. I just accidentally jumped in a group by accident. So I was saying, the only real issue is Protea can kind of get slapped around in one shot here and there and is kind of squishy. So that's why you really want to make sure you have your temporal, like your first Grenade Fan shield ability thrown on a lot. See? Extra shield's always useful, right? You want to make sure you have that extra overshield and you're kind of paying attention to that. If not, your generally first ability, second ability, that'll do a lot of damage to keep the enemies off you. See? But your 4th ability, since it is a time skip, essentially, it will save your ass, okay? Because if you end up getting knocked down in your time skip, you'll go back to your original position. The annoying part is you'll be low on health, so make sure you have some sort of, I would say, way to heal yourself up. Make sure you throw down maybe like grenades in your original location, everything along the lines of that. It does take a little bit to actually build up her energy, sometimes. But once you actually get some energy, there we go. You're good to go. I did use and make sure the strength was on my dispensary, so I'd get that extra kick there, but see, you can just throw out these turrets, throw out grenade fans, kill everything everywhere. And then go like this, and your energy does return for the most part, but you're not going to get the energy back you used to use your 4th ability. So, for example, I think there's a ton of enemies in here, right? So I'll do that. I'll throw down just everything, right? Just Hail Mary it. Throw these down to there, and then pop that back. And now my energy's a lot more replenished, as I had a lot more energy before. My turrets are still up because those are still thrown down, so I don't have to worry about anything there. I still have good energy, so I'm just gonna let those kill everyone themselves. So this is why I like playing Protea. She is engineer, I would say, kind of pretty much Vauban 2 Electric Boogaloo. Same general concept, right? You don't have to use all of her abilities. You don't have to min-max and constantly use her 4th ability to teleport if you don't want to. Like, obviously it's nice and it'll do more damage and it's good and everything, but you don't have to, right? Her abilities are just so strong on their own. Like 1, 2, and even her dispensary are so useful and strong on their own. You don't need to use time travel. But essentially, you use time travel like this. You throw down that, you throw your abilities, you throw your grenades, you can throw down your dispensary, right? And then you go back, and everything ends up dying. Because everything's built up, and you have slash damage on your first ability, and heat damage on your turrets. Those are, you know, a little bit strong these days. Here's my cute little Vulpaphyla. Hey, what the hell? Sorry, I was just casually leveling, getting mastery rank before this. So if you don't care too much, you can just like kite around a ton of enemies like this, just run around. I'm making sure to go into my operator, dash around to gain some energy. This is where I need to throw down my shield. You can always hit your 4th ability as kind of like an emergency ability, because it makes you invulnerable in the time that you use it. So if you're ever a little low, you can definitely do that. It's always up to what you're doing, though. And then... nice. Oh, come on. They're making me get the control panel. As you can see, though, even with only 100% range, it's pretty good. 100% range on these turrets, not bad at all. Man, I just watched them die. Like, this is just a steel path mission that I'm casually just destroying. There we go. Okay, let's see how bad the turrets do against Malice. See, as you can see, I'm low on health. I killed him anyways, so it doesn't really matter. But since he did knock out my health while I was in my 4th ability, I went back in time and have low health. Feels bad, man. But other than that, nothing to worry about. 1, 2, 3. Throw out my grenades. You might want to throw out some grenades just to get that slash proc on early. It's up to you, though. I don't care too much. Because this is Warframe, like, the damage you do, even with my decent enough build as Protea, right? I have 2 Forma on her. Good enough. I don't have any issues. It's not even min-max. You can always Google and look on Overframe if you really want to find certain min-max specific type builds, but that's not my playstyle. I just kind of throw on whatever I use. And then I just do this. But yeah, that is killing everything in Steel Path using Protea. Yeah, she's a very strong frame, one of my personal favorites. I use her all the time. Don't worry about me misspeaking words all the time either. Just don't worry about it, okay? And yeah, all the damage, as you can see, the turrets hit a lot of enemies at once too, so you can just run around, throw them down, and you will gain a lot of affinity, kills, etc. So yeah, easy peasy. If you want to get Protea, I definitely recommend it. The grind might be a pain in the butt, so a lot of people farm her with platinum, but it's up to you. If you like the video, subscribe, check out all my socials. You can use, again, my Epic Games creator code Pupsker. It's my new affiliate code with them. I think I get like 5, 10 to 20% kickback depending on what you use it on, so thank you all so much for supporting the channel, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.